wants to have right now, because it is really acting not in his favor with this huge area of effect damage from those sonic emitters that just keep firing and firing and firing and just doing this terrible damage on those avatars, and Cloverfield just cannot do anything. I'm going to go outside from this battle for a second, see if there's anything sneaky going on, because if I was players, I'll definitely try to do something sneaky, and apparently I did miss some action. There was a Tiberian chemical plant right here and there is no more, so I can right now place a $10 bet that there was those firehawks that simply destroyed this Tiberian chemical plant. However, this is just an assumption. Maybe it was sold. Let's see if it was or not. No, those are definitely firehawks that's destroying the opponent. So as you can see, more firehawk action right now going to destroy this air tower, and something has been captured. Oh man, this space command applic has been captured for no apparent reason, because yeah, there is going to something happen. As you can see, the EMP shockwave artillery is right now in use. It is going to turn off all those dragonets and so sonic emitters. This is right now the exact moment when Cloverfield wants to push in. He needs to push in and destroy as many of those base defenses as possible in a relatively short time. This is exactly moment where he wants to push. However, there's a commander right here. He's going to just tear those avatars to pieces while they're trying to make a push into the Aoenian's base. This is such an intense replay. Those avatars are trying to pull back. They have no chance against this single commander unit. They're trying to fire on those husks to not let Aeon capture any of them, and they actually did manage to do so. So this was some beautiful action from both players, both from Cloverfield, capturing those space command uplink and using it against his opponent. Wow, this single commando just completely denying this whole attack from the opponent. This was beautiful action right there, and I can see some backed zone troopers for the win. That's how cool they are. So man, I really enjoy what I see right now, and those firehawks are actually in anti-air mode, so they destroy every single vein that they can see. This is, and the reason why they do this is because they simply want to protect this single commander. Where is this commander? There he is. I'm going to keep him selected because this is actually important, so I do not miss any commando action that could actually happen. If our Cloverfield, I would probably try to go for some anti-infantry defenses because I would be really scared of the commando. However, he's got a much bigger map awareness than I do because I'm not as pro as he is, so maybe he did not need to do so. Now, one thing I am kind of surprised is that Aoenian did not try to harvest his Tiberium right here. Now he's trying, but this is also the moment when Cloverfield is marching again with his avatars. So this is the meaning of fear. He's actually, Cloverfield is actually denying all harvesting operations from Aoenian, even without having his units nearby, and even without having a scary attack force. I mean, 3 avatars, really, in my opinion, if this would be a one big battle over here, somewhere in this area, then Aoenian would have won this with no big problems. Wow, it seems like those firehawks are finally going to try excuse me, and first scout out this area, second probably just deal some damage to the structures. I'm not sure about that. And is this where excuse me, it seems like commander just died right here, and this firehawk just attacked a power plant, whatever. However, as you can see, those 2 stealth tanks are being discovered. They tried to make a run by, and they still make a run by, so excuse me, something is wrong with my throat. So as you can see, Aoenian is aware of those stealth tanks, but they cannot do anything about it so far, and they're actually firing out those firehawks. No, how dare you, Cloverfield! You destroy that beautiful firehawk. You should have let him just stand there and destroy your base like a real pro does. I mean, really, when you see a firehawk, you just wave to him and allow him to win the game for your opponent, because that's how cool the firehawks are. So I really have excuse me, it seems like I just missed even more action. Excuse me, this is because of this minimap that I am... No, I have no excuse myself. So apparently, Aoenian has just lost his construction yard due to the enemy engineer. Wow, this is big. Sorry for missing that. I just didn't notice this completely. And as you can see now, Cloverfield can just harass his enemy without end with just 2 staff tanks. This is just how cool he is. And this is actually a very big deal for... Yeah, look at this. So right now, Aoenian has no power. He has regained his power, but now those 3 avatars can melt down the opponent's defenses. Well, they cannot at the moment because those are still 2 sonic raiders. They are good enough to scare off those avatars, but still, those stealth tanks are doing heck of a good job, and they probably are going to win the game for Cloverfield right now, because 2 stealth tanks in enemy's base with no real counter to that. Yeah, this is big, especially when they are aiming to those upgraded power plants, and yeah, it is going to go down, and once again, Aoenian has no power, and he is pretty much defenseless against any kind of assault that Cloverfield would like to make, so this is very big right now. Look at this, he's just so desperate to take care of those stealth tanks, he's moving his main army back and forth, trying to catch them, but obviously he can't because that's the symphony of a stealth tanks, just to evade the enemy attacks and deal some beautiful DPS. While there are 5 avatars on the battlefield, so those base defenses are no longer enough. Actually, ironically, they just destroyed one of those avatars, so this is kind of funny, and the husk is going to be destroyed. Is it? Is it? Come on, I'm gonna destroy this husk right now, or I'm going to be mad at you. And actually, there is this stupid phone calling. Oh, excuse me to charge it up. So I'm going to charge it up immediately, so it does not longer, call me to charge up. And is it just me, or are you going to hear this replay very quietly? Maybe I'll just boost this like that, so you'll hear it better. So tell me if it is better from this point on, or if it was better before, so I know what sound settings should I keep. So meanwhile, oh man, this is some commando action, and I was just here to see the end, but however, I really so just wish that there would be a rewind option on this replay viewer. However, I can already say what happened. This commander just walked into the main base from Cloverfield and just blow up every single building for his opponent to hell, because this is usually what commandos do. And there is a heroic siege tank unit on the battlefield. In my opinion, out of all heroic units, stealth tank is the most powerful one, and there are no arguments over that. I mean, this is such a huge damage per second. You can only wish that you detect this guy and just kill him, which is very hard if it is microed correctly. So as you can see, there is a couple of buggies trying to snap out this single commando, while Cloverfield tries to remain pressure on to Aoenian, while he's also defending his main. As you can see, Aoenian tried to put on some pressure on his opponent, but he simply realized that he cannot break through this base defenses of Turisks and a handful of avatars. This is just such a bad position that Aoenian is in right now. Did you notice that he's only harvesting from 2 harvesters and 1 refinery? And this is definitely not the position he wants to be in, because look at this, he's got a full Tiberium field on his disposal and he simply cannot do anything about it. This is just sad. I mean, I feel sad for him already, because he's got a big economy potential and he cannot take advantage of it because he's being harassed so badly by those stealth tanks and by those avatars. So right now we just see Aoenian trying to defend his base from all possible directions, while the not unstoppable force is just fighting for the shadows, hitting from every possible direction at all possible times. So this is just the pain that Aoenian has to deal with at this moment, but he cannot. And as I said before, this is probably going to be a win game. I mean, even with the single commando at Cloverfield disposal, excuse me, at Aoenian's disposal, Cloverfield is having this big advantage. However, I do not see any decent either infantry defenses over here. I mean, there are those baggies, but maybe they would be just late to save 3 structures, 4 structures. No, they probably Cloverfield will not let that happen, so he's still safe from this commando. And actually, is this commando still alive? Because definitely he cannot be recreated because there is no armory nearby. But is he killed, or is he still somewhere there? Well, finding this dot on the minimap is a nightmare. But I think there's no commando over here. No, there is no commando, and if there is, then I'm sorry, but I cannot find those miniature tiny dots, and actually maybe I will find them. Let's have a quick look. Cloverfield? Nah, Cloverfield is not going to look at commando, is he? Aoenian might. No, Aoenian has no commando at his disposal. So, excuse me, as you can see, a big battle is right now occurring. As you can see, Aoenian has finally decided to go ballsy and try and attack his opponent. So he is doing everything he can to tear down his enemies, but he cannot just destroy this big defenses of avatars and obelisks. Even though they are badly damaged, there's just too much anti-infantry. There are those some shredded turrets as well, so this is just too big for Aoenian to handle, and he's still being harassed by those stealth tanks, and they just destroyed destroyed the barracks, so this is going to be a huge blow. No more infantry production just for this very second from Aoenian, so this is going to be a problem. And there are no harvests as well, so this is officially the end for Aoenian. He cannot push in with anything else than DI force. He's got Rhino. He is just going to try and flank off his enemy to destroy those 4 structures, but he's not going to do so in time to win this game, as this stealth deck just has such a huge DPS that this is a good game right here. Actually, this is an amazing game, not just a good game, but yeah, there's nothing that Aoenian can do right now. Cloverfield did not left any opportunities for his opponent to get back into this game. This single stealth tank is right now going to destroy the last production structure from our Aoenian, and he's not going to be able to do anything about it. And look at this, this stealth tank is actually ignoring completely the fire from his opponent. Just how cool he is. And meanwhile, what is happening? This small Zontropus force is trying to push into the Cloverfield space. It will try to destroy those structures, and we can just see if it is going to manage to do so. But apparently it is not, as Aoenian has decided to quit this game. GG. Man, this was an amazing game. I really enjoyed this, and wow, this was exciting. Even though I know I missed a lot of action, and I really did miss a lot. I just so enjoyed it. It was so action-packed, it was beautiful, and yeah, it was an example of the amount of possibilities that you have in the video. I mean, come on, what didn't we not see? Because we saw everything. We saw Firehawks, some Juggernauts, Avatars, we saw Commandos in use, and this was some beautiful Commandos. We saw some not captures onto Aoenian. This is a beautiful game. I mean, you have to watch it twice, at least twice, to see all the action. I mean, one man is not going to be able to catch everything of that. I mean, this is just too much action and too small minimap, if you know what I'm saying. So, wow, this was super exciting. I'm going to just bust through those stats, as I do not really care about, and unit capture ratio around 1 for both last 3, which is kind of interesting. And wow, beautiful game, guys. I really enjoyed it a lot. I really did. So guys, you should watch this replay, and if you enjoyed my videocast, because if you enjoyed the replay, then you go and watch a replay. If you enjoyed my videocast, then you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to me to make me happy. If you enjoyed both, then you do both actions, right? So thank you for watching. It was Punches, the mighty Firehawk Spammer, and I will see you guys online.